Hey guys, welcome to Joe's RC Corner, and today we're going to be back on the Cricket. We're going to do a little bit more work here. If you remember in the last video, we finished up the pilot side wing wiring, everything inside the wing up to the plug for the fuel sender, and then wiring it and getting it in through the fuselage. So today we're going to go ahead and continue on the pilot side wing. There's a couple of wiring situations that I want to correct. One of them being on the wingtip. We're going to take the wingtip off. We're going to fix that up. Put the new style plug on there, and then we're going to wire up the landing light. And I think that is about it on the pilot side or the passenger side wing. So stay tuned, guys, and we're going to get started. All right, guys, so like I said, on the other side, we finished up everything on this side of the wing last week, so we now have the landing light that works, and then my nav and strobes also work on the pilot side. And I think this wingtip came out much better than the other side, but we're gonna go ahead and pull the other wingtip off. We're gonna go ahead and prime it and get that mounted as best we can. Without actually permanently mounting it yet, because I need to be able to get to this light. So I need to figure out how I'm going to mount that light to where I can easily put it on and off without taking the whole wingtip off. Right now I just have jam nuts on the backside, but I might look at maybe a riv nut or a nut plate, something of that sort that would fit those screws, and then we'll get that done. I'm going to do the same thing on the passenger side over here. So I'm going to change out this plug. I don't like these Molex connectors. I have a different style, a little bit lighter weight, not that they weigh anything, but a little bit different setup there. And then we're going to go ahead and take this wingtip off, and we're going to prime it with the self-etching primer, get that nicely sanded, and then go ahead and spray that. And we're going to go ahead and replace the plug that's on this light as well, and then do the same setup for screwing it in, so that way I can take it off and finish up this wingtip and get it on there permanently, guys. All right, so then the next steps will be we're going to work on the center section up here. I want to get my wiring from all of my lights, all of these wiring right here. I want to go ahead and get that fished through in here, so that way I can just plug in the wing up at that area there, and then do the same on the other side. So that's what we're going to work on, guys. So stay tuned, and I'll show you the progress as we move along. Okay, guys, figure I'd give you guys an update here on the status of the work for today. So we got this wingtip done. This is the pilot side wingtip. What I ended up doing here, so that way I could rivet this in place, because I want to go ahead and paint all of this at the same time. That's why this is primed already. But I went ahead and I put riv nuts into the plastic, and they seem to be holding pretty well. Time will tell, I guess. But as I've discussed in that last video, I do plan on replacing these plastic wingtips with aluminum sheet. But for right now, I just want to get them done. So we're working on that right now. As you can see, that's all set up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take that off and show you what I got done inside there. Okay, guys, so now as you can see, with it off, I can actually pull my light out, and if I need to do any service maintenance on it, I can pull it out. But as you can see, here are the two riv nuts just into the plastic. You got to be careful not to pull them too hard, just enough for them to grab, and make sure that hole that's in there is fairly snug, so that way it fits nicely. We're going to do the same thing to the other side and make that nice and clean. So that way, if I need to, I can take this light off when I'm ready to paint, and then just kind of keep this wire just slightly hanging out. And that way I can paint everything and then put it all back together once done. So that's going to work out really nice. That way I could finish up this wingtip here. So now let's catch up on the other side. All right, guys, so I want to get you guys caught up here. So we have both of the wingtips are now done. I'll show you the other side here really quick. So all the lighting is now wired in the wing with the plugs. We got the nut plate or riv nuts in there holding this in, so it makes it easy to screw it in. This has all been completed and riveted now, and so that's looking really nice. I'm happy with how those came out. So what I've been working on next is went ahead and decided, you know what, let's get underneath the cowl here. So I've been working on my comm radio here, and so I've gotten most of my wiring harness here set up. I'm using the Trig T91 comm radio, and with the separate head unit here. So this is the head unit that's going to go on the panel. So that end is all wired up. Got my grounds over here that are going to be grounded to the same location as everything else. Everything is going to be grounded to the engine, so we're all going, no ground loops here, so we're all going to the ground of the engine here. And then over here we have this is the end that goes into the radio itself. And these are my push to talk wires, and I want the voice activation on all the time for my intercom, so I have the ground loop per the instructions from that push to talk. The next setup I need to work on now is my I also have here my audio from my EFIS over here, or my EFIS, and that's going to go into that pin, into the back, which goes into this as well. I just didn't want to wire that in yet until we have everything else set up, but I know what pin it needs to go in over there. And then let's see what's next then after that. Oh, so then I need to wire my radios or my headsets. So I have this braided shielded cable that is for my audio, so we'll be using that. But basically 2 headsets and 2 mics, so I'm going to need these cables here. Do have a few more cables I got to run for the EIS. Outside air temperature needs to be completed. My fuel flow needs to be done, which these are all the wires coming to the EIS right here. And then I just need to run the lines from here down to the fuel flow sensor, and then get it calibrated, and let's see, ground and power to it as well. But I need to look up in the book, because coming out of the EIS I have the 12 volt for the fuel flow. I guess that's what powers it. And then I have a fuel flow white wire, and I'm not sure what that meant. I need to go back into the book and verify that, because there was another line that I have that goes up here, that from the EIS, that is fuel flow. So I need to see which wires I need. This may be the wrong one, or maybe the white one doesn't get used. I don't know. So we'll have to check that out. And then get my outside air temperature run, and that's going to be run up along here, along with all my rest of my wires going up into the wing. And I'm thinking about mounting it somewhere right in here. Maybe have the probe just stick out a little bit down underneath. I don't know yet. Somewhere in this bay probably is where that's going to go. I'm not sure. We'll have to take a look and see how that works. But other than that, guys, that's where we are. I know my wiring is a mess, but it all works. I really wish I had done a little bit better job. Maybe after she's done, we'll go back and redo some of it. But for right now, we're getting it done, getting it hooked up, and calling it. So that's the plan. So first things next is I'm going to go ahead and set this back inside, screw that back into my panel, and that'll be good. And then I have I have to finish up this end here still, but we're getting there. So headsets, push to talk, and yeah, so we're getting moving, one thing at a time, guys. All right, guys, so welcome back, and so we're gonna end the video here today. We got a lot of work done today, guys. Really did. I'm really happy with the progress that I made. Got a lot of stuff done. So the left and right wingtip are now mounted. As I showed in the video, how we used riv nuts to go ahead and attach the lights to the wingtips. So that way when I'm ready to paint, I can still take the lights off, paint the whole wing with the wingtip on so it all matches, and then that will be perfect. So again, all the wiring is now completed with all the plugs all the way out to the wings, out to the tips. So that's all really good. I'm really happy with that. And as you saw also, we started working on the comm radio. Gonna have to have someone come out and give me a little bit of help here with wiring the lights, or I'm sorry, with wiring the headsets. I do have to start the flaperons here soon, and I will do that in the next week or so. We'll get the flaperons built. And maybe just preliminary rigged up. I don't know. We'll see where we are. And then once that's done, then they're all ready to come off and get painted as well, along with the rest of the tail feathers. So moving along, guys. We're getting there. And then last thing will be the rigging. All right, guys. So that's it for today's video. I will go ahead and put some links in the description to go purchase a t-shirt, help support the channel. Don't forget, hit the like button and the thumbs up. That also helps out a great deal. And yeah, that's all I got. So catch you guys on the next video, guys. Bye now.